If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. What up? What up? It's your boy. You don't know, Brutalsim on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. Shout out to Mr. Love for hitting me that subscribe, man. Welcome to the family, man. So hopefully you're watching this video because it's gonna be a lot of information in this video. I did spend some time, an hour and like 40 minutes, watching the live stream with Ronnie and Chris Smooth. Yes, if y'all don't know Chris Smooth, man, he's been one of the vets in the 2K community. He kind of went in the background for a few years, man. Started focus a little bit more on NBA stuff, to be quite honest, man. But he still played some park now and then, some mycareer now and then, man. Which is weird, man, that they invite him in. But I can understand because of his clout, bro. He's huge. He's huge. He got like 4 million subs, right? He didn't even know what a momentum dribbling said, right? Which is really interesting. But anyways, man, he was there and he played, I think, a bunch of mycareer. And he revealed some stuff, man, that I got for y'all, man. Y'all know how it is. I gotta keep y'all updated, man. Alright? And if y'all don't know, I gotta put in my plug. Alright? If y'all want to get a hold of your boy, follow me on Twitter at Brutalsim or Facebook. The link is in the description. Or type in Brutalsim on Instagram, y'all. Alright? So let's get to the info. And I did kind of put these in some categories, of course. We got some Archetype news. We got some stuff on the takeover, the prelude, and what else? We got some stuff, a little stuff on the park, not a lot of stuff on the park. Pro-Am news gonna be coming soon from 2K, but let's get to the Archetype shot the gate, man. Now, a lot of people been asking your boy, yo, what Archetype am I creating? Am I creating in 2K19? I kept telling him, yo, I need to see the numbers first, bro. I need to see the numbers first, because a lot of people going off of 2K18 numbers, right? Now, Ronnie and Chris Smooth pretty much revealed that the archetypes are different. The archetypes are different. Not saying the combination are different necessarily, but they got a lot of different varieties. And not only that, the ratings, the mixes affect the ratings different, right? So it won't be the same numbers we're dealing with. So you cannot just go by last year now and say, all right, playmaking shot creator had this or had that. They're a lot different, man. So they definitely highlighted that, yo, you might have to wait to see the prelude, man, to really make that decision, to be quite honest. Because even Chris Smooth said, yo, he spent a while going over these different builds and how the ratings are affected differently, man. He went a while to try to select a player, man. So that's the first thing, right? The mixtures and how it affect the ratings are different when it comes to the archetypes. Now the next thing is you can buy, similar to NBA 2K18, you can buy your way all the way up to 85 overall. And not only that, it will cost you, this is the bad news, it will cost you 190k VC to create a player, or approximately around that area, man. 190, maybe a little plus or minus, because last year it was around 200, so it would vary between 190 to 200 around there. So it's around the same thing to create a player. Ronnie said it was less, but come on, man, 10k and less if it's 90 at all, right? To be quite honest, right? So, but I know that's some bad news, because one of our biggest issues with 2K18 was the VC and how difficult it was to get your player up there or even to make him competitive. But they did highlight, right, that there are a lot of ways to gain VC. For example, the mycareer actually got goals and objectives, and not only that, that they probably let slip that you are gonna see some daily goals as well, right? So I always pushed for probably like you to get daily goals in the park, or the Pro-Am. It's gonna bring a lot of people playing it more, but the mycareer are coming with daily goals, man. Alright, he did mention daily goals, and these are probably some of the He gonna probably reveal, because Chris Move is gonna be putting out a video. I think he might be out there now or something playing the game. So probably by tomorrow you could expect a video from Chris Move highlighting all the other different ways that they're the new ways for us to make VC in my career. And you know it's the grind here, because Ronnie clearly said last year they slipped up because they made it all about the VC. All about the VC and forgot the grind heads. This year they took a different approach. So this year you'll be able to grind at a more effective rate. So we gonna see when the game drops, man. We are gonna see when the game drops. And the next thing they highlighted that there are gonna be VC multiplier for playing higher difficulties, right? So when you play mycareer, if you're playing that Hall of Fame, you are gonna be making a lot more VC. It wasn't like that in 2K18 at all. You play any game mode, you make the same VC. Now they're bringing back VC multipliers, but this is some bad news right here. Again, someone asked in the comments, is there gonna be rookie in my career? Mike Wang said to Chris Move, we can't reveal that. We cannot reveal that. Now, I do not understand why something that simple you can't reveal if there's rookie difficulty in my career. That does not look good, right? I'm sorry. I believe like you should actually, especially with the VC multiplying the game, give people the option to actually play the game from rookie mode, because you know some people gonna play from nothing, right? From wherever it is, probably the default is probably like 60. Give them the option to play rookie until they probably level up. Then the options, you could probably put a pop-up asking, all right, now you're destroying this level, man. You probably want to try a higher difficulty or something like that and gain more VC, more rep, more whatever, right? Give people the option, man. So I don't know what's up with that, man, but he did tell him you can't reveal that yet, which I thought was really strange. The next thing is when creating players, the final attribute number was not there, right? The final attribute numbers, they had a similar problem in 2K18 where you could create players and not know, like if it's a 99 overall right there, or even when you add attributes, you really didn't know how much you were adding. And a lot of people they receive a bunch of backlash, and eventually they changed it, right? Now Chris Move actually said it was very difficult for him to create a players because he's trying to look at the end numbers, right? The end overall. Because let's say I want a playmaker, I want to get the tier 3 dribbling move. I want to make sure and have my player he would the max dribbling on my player should be as such, so I could receive that if I want to create a play like that. But how it is now, at least the version that Chris Move was playing, there was no indicator to, alright, you're gonna max out at a 99 in ball handling or speed or whatever. He said they were just levels, so they will show you like level 19 or like 18 or something like that, with no real indicator of, alright, this is where you at, man. So hopefully they change this before the game drop. This will definitely be something that need to, because we gonna give some backlash. We definitely gonna talk about this, man. Alright, we are trying to waste VC out here. Alright, now next thing he highlighted, and I don't know if this is across the board, but for what he played, from what he played, he said so far he only saw pure archetypes. Pure archetypes was the only builds that had Hall of Fame badges. Pure archetypes in terms of my career so far, right? I'm not sure if this is going to go across the board, but this is going to be really interesting, because he did say at the same time that you could actually mix certain archetypes and you're going to see the attributes that you want, but the badges might not match up, so you're gonna have to choose, right? Badges over attributes. So in the same breath, he did say the pure playmaker though actually had like 7 Hall of Fame badges and was hella good, but the shooting wasn't that good, to be quite honest. The shooting, he said the shooting wasn't that good, but in terms of ball handling, speed with the ball, and the whole nine, was elite, man. So the pure playmakers might be limited to just setting up your teammates right now, man. But I think I'm going to be going along that lines with one of my builds. So we're going to test it out depending on how the rep system is as well, because they did not mention the rep system. All he highlighted that there is going to be a change in the rep system from last year. Hopefully it's not the same road to 99. I'm sorry, I hate that. I want a rep system that I could create multiple players and still rep up. My overall should not determine my reputation, how much time I played in the court. My reputation should be how much time I'm whooping people on the court. Then that's gonna gain me more respect than how my overall is, man. Overall just mean I play a lot of mycareer. Let's be 100, right? And the next thing I got here is oh yeah, you will see all the badges while you are creating the players. So you will see all the badges you have access to. So you won't be creating players in hopes that they got this Hall of Fame badge. And he did see all the badges. Last year they only showed us like, I think it was like 5 or something like that, right? Probably like 5. This year they're showing all of the badges. That's how he knew that the pure playmaker had 7 Hall of Fame badges, right? Which I think is important, which I actually like this time around, man. And he said you won't be able to get all the archetypes won't be able to get all the badges on bronze, right? So now there's the same, pretty much the same cap. Probably Ronnie said it probably might be a little extended, but there are caps on what badges you could get based on the archetype, of course, which is alright, man. I don't want all the badges either way, man. That badge grind, yeah, I would be forced to grind out all these badges. Now, some takeover news, man. There is a takeover meter in the game. You don't just happen to go hot or not like that. You will see the takeover, that takeover indicator, the bar start filling out. And not only that it will be up to you to trigger the takeover badge. It will be up to you to trigger the takeover badge. And not only that, you can trigger the takeover badge earlier before it maxes out, right? You can trigger it before it hit the max until the bar completely fills out. Because last thing on the takeover badge, I know I'm telling you all a lot, because you can lose the takeover bar by doing something negative. Like, let's say you get a turnover or something like that. If you're a playmaker, you'll probably lose the bar. Chris Moon said he missed the layup and lose the bar. So it's really easy to lose, but you can trigger it before it's maxed out, which is good. So it now would be, of course, it would be more effective once you max out or something like that. But it will be more of a chess game now. You will be more strategic in how you're using the takeover, man, which is really, really nice. All right, so that's what I got for the takeover badge right there. And now some prelude news, right? Now, the prelude won't be on PC. It's only on consoles. That's the first thing. Only on consoles. And Ronnie promised that it would last a lot longer than previous years, because come on, man, the prelude, we beat the first day, we beat it probably in an hour, the entire prelude in an hour. He actually said that, yo, once you went grind it out, because I'm probably gonna grind out and finish it in a faster time than he mentioned, right? He said once you don't really grind it out, you could probably go on with a week of this prelude and it will really, entertain you for the entire week, man. So that's saying a lot, Ronnie, man. That's saying a lot, and I do appreciate it if y'all really made that the prelude a little bit more in depth for us to really have a feel of the game, at least something to take us on to when 2K is being released, man. At least, man, that's all we asking, bro. Usually the prelude, the first few hours you play, then after we waiting like, all right, what's next, man? What's next? And the next thing he said about the prelude, you could only have one player. Only have one player on the prelude. You could only play through it once. Right, so this is for all the grind heads and stuff. We know we gonna probably create a few extra accounts. Okay? We know how we do it, man. We know how we do it, bro. Alright, and he did highlight this as well. He said you can pull off the New Zealand cheese to get the game early. On one of them. He didn't highlight which one. So of course you know how we do it. We switch it to New Zealand, and then we're able to download the game early and play it. He said you will be able to pull off the cheese with one of them. Hopefully it's the original game, man. So y'all gonna hear it here first. The New Zealand cheese will work. Alright, so that's some great news for me right there, man. Alright, and the next thing is, of course, you will start off in China. I thought you all would already get that from looking at the trailer, and it only makes sense as well, right? And yeah, that's about it, right, for the prelude. And the park, man, they didn't give that much specifics on the park, but they said the park is completely revamped, or something that we won't expect. They're just hyping it up. A bunch of people was putting out ideas in the chat, and none of them guessed anything close. Chris Moon said it ain't nothing close, man. I wasn't even expecting, I wasn't even thinking nothing like that. So they're not bringing back, clearly, the NBA 2K17 parks that we wanted, the affiliation type stuff. I don't know if they're going to bring back affiliation, but not the 2K17 type stuff. Not the 2K18, we complain about that too much. So it's a complete new revamped version of the park, right? He highlighted though, but that we'll be able to change our clothing and stuff from right there on the spot. We don't have to go all the way back to our apartment, and not only clothing but animations as well. We don't have to go all the way back to our apartment to change some sneakers no more, or put on a hat. Alright, so if we there my squad and I say, yo, let's go all white tees or something like that, or let's look like all prisoners or something like that, let's go all orange, we could do that from the spot, man. I do appreciate that, man. I forgot, man. I wish I should have actually, because I watched it after the stream done. I got there late and watched the entire thing again. I would have actually asked him about proximity chat, right? Or at least chatting against your opponent as you're playing on at the same time, bro. That would have been some really important news to find out, bro. But they didn't mention anything about that. I'm just putting this out there. I don't know who's watching the video. Alright, and last thing he said about the park, you will still be able to grind out badges on the park. So the people that don't care about my career and grinding that, you still could play the park and grind out badges, man. Alright, and for some badges, we know it's better to grind out on the park either way, especially for someone like me who's gonna be playing with my playmaker type build. Now I'm not sure what type, but I know, man, we gonna talk about these builds soon enough, man. Alright, and the last thing I got is the Pro-Am. He didn't put out anything on Pro-Am, but highlighted that he will be there Saturday in the NBA 2K League Finals, in between Game 1 and Game 2, and he's gonna drop a lot of news when it comes to the Pro-Am. So the Pro-Am has y'all. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna check it out for y'all. Alright, but if y'all could make it come to the NBA 2K League Finals, man, I'm gonna be there. Y'all know I'm gonna keep y'all updated 110%, man. And that's all I got for y'all, man. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all got me there watching the stream and taking notes, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Man. But let me know what y'all think about the info. Let me know what y'all think about the news. Chris Movie said he's gonna be playing a lot more, and he's gonna probably put out a video sometime soon, man. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that. Y'all know how it is, man. The grind don't stop. Appreciate everyone that hit me up about the stream, bro. Alright, it really slipped me because I didn't know exactly what time, but when it started, a lot of people started hitting me up. I went in there and start taking these down for y'all, bro. So y'all know how it is. Your boy Sim. If you're first time to my channel, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and hit your boy and subscribe. If it's not your first time though, like the video, share the video. You never know who's gonna be informed. Your boy Sim, one love, respect. Bless up.